All right. Well, welcome everyone to this open house for dietetic internship and master's degree programs affiliated with the Department of Nutrition at Case Western Reserve University. We're so happy that you're interested in learning about one or more of our fabulous programs, and we're excited to tell you more about them. So today we have three speakers joining us to talk about the 2.5 programs that we have here. So I'm Dr. Rosa Hand, and I'll be starting off today by talking about Case Western and the Department of Nutrition in general, and then talking about the master's degree option that goes with our second program, the Lewis Stokes Cleveland VA Medical Center, which is represented by Dietetic Internship Director, Mrs. Ariana Allen. And then things will be wrapped up by Professor Tammy Randall, who will talk to you about the CWRU Master of Science in Public Health Nutrition combined with dietetic internship. So without further ado, let's get started. Case Western Reserve University is one of the leading independent research universities in the nation. We're ranked first in Ohio, 53rd among national universities, and 22nd worldwide for biomedical and health sciences. We also have a diverse spectrum of programs overall. We have academic programs in engineering, law, medicine, dentistry, nursing, management, and the liberal arts. And on campus, we have over 12,000 students from across the US and 96 countries. Case Western Reserve University is located in the University Circle neighborhood of Cleveland, Ohio, and we are surrounded by our academic medical partners. So Case Western is in these two lower red circles. We're sort of bisected by Euclid Avenue. This purple star is specifically where the nutrition department is on campus. And then this top circle shows you where the Lewis Stokes Cleveland VA Medical Center is. So you can see that we are very close to some of our rotation sites and to the Cleveland VA internship, and that's something that our students really value. In addition, other institutions in University Circle include the Cleveland Museum of Art, the Cleveland Orchestra, the Cleveland Botanical Garden, the Museum of Natural History, and then all of those academic programs that I discussed on the last slide. So this is really a vibrant academic and cultural center that our students enjoy exploring and meeting other young people in. Cleveland itself is also a great place to live. We have a variety of natural resources. Obviously, we're on Lake Erie, and that's accessible through some beautiful beachfront parks. We also have a circle of fabulous wooded metro parks if you like to hike. We have a great dining scene. There's outdoor music events, like this is Wade Oval Wednesdays down here in the bottom that happens in University Circle. We have three professional sports teams, baseball, basketball, and football, and a minor league hockey team. And then we have a very large entertainment and theater district downtown that includes traveling Broadway shows every year. So there's lots of fun things to do. We keep you busy in the master's degree and internship, but there's also enough time that you can explore and do some of these fun things in Cleveland. Many of our students are from Cleveland originally, but those who aren't from Cleveland, I think, are always pleasantly surprised by what they find, and many of them actually decide that they'd like to stay and start their life here. So let's focus in on the Department of Nutrition. We were established in 1913, so we're a very old Department of Nutrition. We are within the School of Medicine, which gives us a strong research emphasis, some interprofessional opportunities, and a dedicated health science library. We have small class sizes, and so students really get to know their nutrition faculty and enjoy building close relationships with our faculty members. Because we are a very well-established department, we have a strong history of excellence and connection to our professional organizations within dietetics. So you can see we have three former ADA presidents who were former faculty. And then in more recent times, our faculty have been very involved with the Academy Board of Directors and House of Delegates, the Commission on Dietetic Registration, and the educational accrediting body of the Academy. So we model that for you and are excited to make connections with you and for you, and hope that you might be inspired to go on and serve our profession as well. So as I mentioned at the very beginning, we do have two dietetic internship and master's degree programs at Case Western. We have our partnership with the Lewis Stokes Cleveland VA Medical Center dietetic internship, in which the rotations are based in the hospital. And then on the right-hand side, we have our MS in public health nutrition with dietetic internship, where the internship sites are based in the community and really across the country. So we're going to So both programs are 18 months long. They start in August and they end the following December with a department graduation ceremony. And degrees are actually conferred in January, at which time you have your master's degree and are eligible to take the RDN exam. The two programs share some overlapping coursework, but also have some variations in coursework, and both programs are non-thesis. The graduation requirements for both at a baseline are 30 credit hours, at least 18 of which are graduate level nutrition classes, which at Case Western is designated with the number 400 or above, and then a minimum cumulative GPA of 3.0. So why do we encourage you to choose a combined master's degree and dietetic internship program versus doing them separately or through programs that maybe have a little bit looser connection between them two? We really believe that the benefit of a combined program is that the courses and rotations are complementary, both in terms of the topics that you're studying, but also in terms of the workload. So we are in contact with each other and have an understanding of what's happening at the internship and what's happening in the courses. And so we can kind of, design a program that's a little bit more balanced. You join a cohort of students with similar backgrounds and experiences, and we give you a quality program in an efficient timeline. So now we're going to focus in a little bit more on the requirements for the Lewis Stokes Cleveland VA Medical Center dietetic internship. I'm going to talk about the coursework part, the master's degree part, and then Mrs. Allen will talk about the internship part. So this is a partnership between Case Western Reserve University and the Lewis Stokes Cleveland VA Medical Center. This has been a partnership since 1965, when we established a program to complete the dietetic internship and master's degree concurrently. And this is one of the first hospital-based DI programs to require graduate coursework in the country. So we've been doing this for a really long time, and we think we have a recipe for success. As I mentioned, this is an 18-month program. So the outline is that in the fall of the first year, students have class on Monday, and they may have a class in the evening online. And then they do internship Tuesday through Friday. In the spring of the first year, students have classes on Monday and or in the evening, and they do internship Tuesday through Friday. In the summer of the first year, so that's really May, June, July, students do internship, Monday through Friday, no coursework. August is really a vacation month. And then in fall of the second year, students come back for classes Monday through Friday and wrap up with pure coursework prior to graduation. Here's the course schedule a little bit more specifically. In the fall of the first year, students take evidence-based practice for healthcare professionals, diabetes prevention and management, nutrition epidemiology, and a seminar in culturally aware nutrition practice. That's 8 credits total, because the first and the last class are only 1 credit. In spring of the second year, students take public health nutrition and a course on nutrition, counseling, and behavior change strategies for a total of 6 credits. And then in the final semester, students take 4 required credits, pediatric nutrition and the seminar again. And then they take 12 credits of graduate level electives. So 4 times 3 credit classes. We have a lot of choices for those elective credits. Students take nutritional biochemistry, they take integrative and functional nutrition, sports nutrition, culinary and lifestyle medicine coaching. Those are popular options within our nutrition department, but not all your classes have to be within the nutrition department. So students take other electives in departments like sociology and psychology to round out their interests. Our graduates do find employment in a variety of settings, Cleveland area hospitals, hospitals throughout the country, but they also branch out from clinical, including jobs in industry and going on to further their education or pursuing careers in research and advocacy. So the cost of the program is on this slide, you can see that the total program cost varies based on the number of credit hours per semester, but based on this year's tuition figures comes out to $58,000. However, the department offers tuition assistance of $7,000 per student, which reduces the cost to $51,000. And to supplement this department tuition assistant, other federal and non-federal financial aid is available. So if you're interested in this program, you do apply on DICAS specifically to the Lewiston Cleveland VA Medical Center. After you are accepted to the VA internship, we will help you with the paperwork and application process for the CWRU School of Graduate Studies, but there is no need to do that process prior to your acceptance into the dietetic internship. We save you that trouble and that application fee until you're sure that you're coming to our program. So I will now turn it over to Mrs. Owen, and she's going to talk about the hospital side of the VA internship program.
Thank you, Dr. Hand. Welcome everyone. Thank you again for your interest in these programs. To talk a little bit about the Cleveland VA Dietetic Internship, what are some of the benefits of being a dietetic intern at the Lewis Stokes Cleveland VA? The VA does pay a stipend for the 2024-2025 year. It will be a bit over $25,000 pre-tax that will be paid over the 11 months of the dietetic internship. We're very happy to say that our program provides one-on-one preceptor to intern experiences in our rotations. There's minimal simulation or shadowing. Our program is a rigorous hands-on program in the clinical community and food service systems areas. We do offer a couple of training tracks. One is a dietetic internship with a master's degree at Case Western, as Dr. Hand explained. The internship and the master's degree are completed over the course of 18 months, but we also offer an internship only completed in 11 months. As I said, it's a paid training experience, and this is for applicants who have finished their master's degree already. Also, upon program completion, interns have preferred hiring status with the VA healthcare system, which is a national employer. So a little bit of background on the program. As Dr. Hand said, we were founded in 1965, and we've been affiliated with Case Western for a very long time. And outlining again that we do have the two choices of program, internship only if an applicant has a master's degree or an internship with a master's degree at Case Western Reserve University. I do want to share our mission statement for the program. The goal of our program is that we'll provide a foundation in research, evidence-based nutrition, interdisciplinary team experiences, and provide broad exposure to specialty and advanced level practice areas, allowing our graduates to become entry-level registered dietitian nutritionists who can deliver competent care to veterans and the public. Program length, as I explained, is 11 months. Supervised practice for the internship only occurs Tuesdays through Friday. And then the verification statement is provided at the end of the training in July. If someone is pursuing both the internship and the graduate work, it is an 18-month program. Supervised practice does also run Tuesdays through Fridays. Dr. Hand provided information about the graduate classes, and then the verification statement is provided in January once the master's degree is conferred. And we do take 12 dietetic interns annually. How does the internship and the master's degree weave together? So this is a graphic trying to explain that process. So basically, applicants who apply will start the internship and a master's degree concurrently in August. Winter break tends to line up pretty well, and then internship training resumes January through June. Graduate courses are January through May. The internship does have a phase 3 staff experience component in July, and there are no graduate classes June through August. And as Dr. Hand said, August is kind of a month off from both the internship and the master's degree. Internship training does conclude in July, but then the final graduate credits are completed in the third semester, August through December, with the verification statement being provided in January. For applicants who can apply with a master's degree conferred, the internship will run August through July of the following year. Training experiences are Tuesdays through Friday, but interns who do the internship only train alongside the interns doing the graduate degree, and it does build camaraderie as well as build on experiences between the two groups, which we really appreciate. The verification statement is provided to the dietetic internship only students at the end of the internship, since they already have their master's degree. Taking a look at the winter-spring application cycle, for the Cleveland VA dietetic internship, DICUS applications are due on January 15th of 2025. Internship enrollment offers will be sent out by March 1st of 2025, and then by March 15th of 2025, applicants must either accept or decline their enrollment offer. Taking a deeper look into the internship training that's offered, we do offer over 1,200 hours of supervised practice training. This is over a course of 42 weeks at the VA. There are 3 weeks of non-VA rotations, as well as winter break built into this training time. We do a public policy day. There's a pediatric lecture series and rotation, various internship assignments throughout the course of the program, focusing on pregnancy and lactation, pediatric learning modules, a career portfolio. And then we also appreciate that our interns have the ability to work with virtual technologies to provide patient care, such as VA Video Connect, et cetera. So how long are our rotations? We do start off our program with a 2-week orientation to give everyone a very sound foundation to get ready for the program. And then over the course of training, interns will have experiences in clinical nutrition management, various clinical rotations and community rotations, food service systems. There is a pediatric non-VA rotation that all of our interns go to. Interns are also given the opportunity to select an area of enrichment where they might want to spend extra time. And that area of enrichment can be within the VA system or within the Northeast Ohio area. And then there is a staff experience as a concluding opportunity at the end of the program. Winter break is 2 weeks, and then interns do get federal holidays off if they fall within the training time. In the clinical nutrition management rotation, our interns have the opportunity to work with our chief clinical dietitian, clinical program manager on various administrative assignments and projects that will help them understand the scope of managing a dietetic internship, dietetic clinical program. Our clinical rotations are in areas of medicine, surgery, spinal cord injury. We do have a community living center, which is a long-term care experience for the interns, oncology, renal. For our renal experience, our interns have the ability to work with both dialysis patients, hemo and peritoneal, transplant patients, and patients with chronic kidney disease. We do have a freestanding dialysis unit that the interns also rotate as well. Critical care is part of our rotation lineup, as is the pediatric affiliation. Community areas of practice, interns spend time learning about weight management, cardiovascular risk reduction, eating disorders, diabetes self-management, education and support, as well as doing home-based primary care in the community. And for food service, our interns spend a total of 8 weeks in food service between the fall and the spring rotation cycles, and it breaks out to either 3 or 4 weeks in phase 1, which is before winter break, 3 or 4 weeks in phase 2, which is after winter break. And then we do have a week that we call Food Service Week, which is a series of field trips that we take with the interns so they can experience some non-VA food service opportunities. For the enrichment rotation, each intern can pick an area of enrichment. It would be a 2-week rotation. Some of the affiliations we have within the Northeast Ohio area are the Greater Cleveland Food Bank, various pediatric affiliations, as well as school nutrition opportunities. Our interns have expressed interest in spending additional time at the VA within our Healthy Teaching Kitchen program, also focusing on food security, our community-based inspections and DOM areas, and also whole health, eating disorders, and additional time with our surgery dietitian as well. Phase 3, or the staff experience, is a 3-week culminating experience. All interns must participate in this and successfully complete it in order to earn their verification statements. Interns are able to select a VA practice area, clinical, community, or food service systems management. The interns basically will cover the preceptor ward or preceptor practice area with the preceptor being available for guidance, but really it's the opportunity for the intern to demonstrate their knowledge and comfort with all of the clinical skills, all of the community outpatient skills or food service system skills they've gained during the program. Our professional staff at the Lewis Stokes Cleveland VA does practice in and have a host of experience to share with the interns. 84% of our dietitians are graduates of a VA internship program, and 91% of the dietitians do have a master's degree. We also have dietitians with specialty certifications that allows them to give an additional level of guidance to the interns when they rotate in their rotation. The VA is very dedicated to training the next level of medical professionals in the country. The interns at the Cleveland VA do have a dedicated training room with each intern assigned their own desk, computer, and locker. VA library services do provide learning resources that are freely available to the interns on site, such as the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics Evidence Analysis Library, the Electronic Nutrition Care Process Terminology Manual, Nutrition Care Manual, and the other resources that I've listed here. In order to apply for the Cleveland VA, you must be a United States citizen. All men over the age of 18 must be registered with the Selective Service System. The Internship Selection Committee evaluates candidates in terms of their academic achievement, personal statement, work, volunteer leadership, and research experience. The most competitive candidates have a GPA of at least 3.0. We do not require GRE scores. Work experience in an area related to dietetics is considered beneficial to the student's overall preparation, but we do not consider it mandatory. We like to see any work experience that the potential intern has had, and it is all evaluated in the application. And the VA does participate in spring and fall application cycle, but each internship class does start in August. And then again, a quick review of the benefits of being a dietetic intern at the VA. We do pay a stipend of over $25,000 over the course of the internship. Our preceptor to intern rotations, the majority are one-on-one. There's minimal simulation or shadowing. Applicants can choose to apply to the dietetic internship with a master's degree, or they can apply to the internship only if they have already earned their master's degree. And graduates of VA internships have preferred hiring status with the VA healthcare system. And in conclusion, I have placed both mine and Dr. Hand's contact emails on here. A quick review of the application cycle. DICAS applications are due on January 15th. Enrollment offers will be sent out by March 1st, and applicants must accept or decline the enrollment offer by March 15th. Thank you, everyone, for your interest in the Lewis Stokes Cleveland VA Case Western Master's Degree Program, and I will now turn it back over to Dr. Hand and Professor Randall.
Thanks, Mrs. Owen. I'm Tammy Randall. I am the Dietetic Internship Director for Case Western Reserve's Public Health Nutrition Dietetic Internship, and I am going to present slides and talk about our program.
Hang on, Professor Randall. I'm being clumsy with the slides, but I'm getting them for you.
No worries.
I don't know why my computer decided to change its setup, but here's the slides. And
Okay.
now here's control.
Excellent. All right. Here we have just a couple of pictures of some of our interns in action. And now I will tell you a little bit more about our program. So our degree, the Master's of Science in Public Health Nutrition, was the first public health nutrition degree offered in the United States, first offered in 1941. And you can see down in the lower right-hand corner, the faculty member and former Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics president, who thought that we had a little bit of momentum going in the clinical realm for dietitians, but there was definitely a need for a public health focus. And so when Dr. Hunter developed this degree, it included field experience or supervised practice from the start. Supervised practice and field experience are synonymous in the public health world. We became accredited as an internship in 1986, although we have been doing the equivalent of supervised practice from the very beginning. This is also an 18-month program, and we match up to 7 interns. I guess admit. I'm so used to using match. We admit up to 7 interns every spring. What does the program look like? In the fall, we have classes only. We start with a little bit of a different schedule than what you just heard from Dr. Hand and Mrs. Owen about the VA combined program with our department. We start with classes. We believe that since you have been in classes, getting your DPD coursework and undergraduate degrees, we keep you in the classroom and give you those foundational courses up front, and then begin your internship rotations in January. And again, you are in, just like the VA, rotations Tuesday through Friday and classes on Mondays, or kind of at that 4:30 or 5 o'clock or later time. In the summer, we do what is called our public health block field experience. I'll talk more about that in a minute. The sites are not in Cleveland, but you might be. Thank you, COVID. We'll talk about that in a minute as well. And then your last semester, which is the second fall, you again have classes on Mondays or kind of that evening time, and you will finish up your local rotations Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So what does your class schedule look like? In the fall, you will have 13 credit hours. You will have a 1 credit hour evidence-based practice for healthcare professionals course. You will take diabetes prevention and management, because if you work anywhere as a dietitian, you will see patients with diabetes. You will take nutritional epidemiology with Dr. Hand. And then we have a 0 credit hour course that I really like our students to take that's called Leadership and Professional Development Skills for students going into the biosciences. And then you have room for 2 electives. In the spring, you will take Intro to Public Health Nutrition. You will also take an elective, and then we offer academic credit for your supervised practice, and you register for public health nutrition field experience for that credit. In the summer, you will be in rotations the entire time, and you register for advanced public health nutrition field experience. You'll be in rotations Monday through Friday. And then in your second year, in that last fall semester, as you were getting ready to move on, like the lovely interns in the picture there were, you take a second semester of public health nutrition, building on what you had in your first semester in the spring and what you had during what you learned during your experience in the summer. You have 1 more elective, and then you take your field experience class, specialized public health nutrition field experience. So as the name of our program implies, we have a public health and community nutrition emphasis. So our largest block of hours are in a public health facility. So during the summer months, from about late May through the beginning of August, you will be an intern at a public health agency. We have some federal options, we have some state options, and we have 1 local option that I'll talk about in a minute. You function as a public health dietitian. You complete a community needs assessment in class in the spring before you get to your agency, so you know what the needs are of that population that you'll be serving. And then you jump right in and you work on your own projects and complete really some impressive things over the course of the summer. The caveat here is the agency is out of town, but you may not be out of town. When COVID hit in 2020, our preceptors started working remotely, because in public health, most of public health jobs are not out in the community actually working with clients and patients. And so it was very easy for them to transition to work from home. And a lot of public health agencies have not returned to their 5-day-a-week in-office schedules. And so we have the majority of our students every summer working remotely for their agencies. It has worked out beautifully. Some of them have chosen to go visit for a day or two, but those who do not still have a great experience. We do have a couple of sites that are back in the office. So when it comes time for discussing that placement, there are opportunities for you to be in person, but it very well could be a remote experience. And if you are interested in talking to any of our current students about that experience, I can certainly hook you up with one. So where might you have that public health block experience? Here are some of the sites we use pretty regularly: the Massachusetts WIC program, the Ohio WIC program. We've used the Ohio Department of Aging for those who are interested in gerontology. Another WIC program in the state of Utah, we've used the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in Atlanta. We've had several interns spend time at the New York City Department of Health and Mental Hygiene, and one of our recent grads actually took a job there recently. And then some of the U.S. DA Food and Nutrition Service regional offices are available to you if you are interested in more of that federal level of service delivery. So what about our local internship sites? Well, even though we are public health and community nutrition focused, you still have to pass the registration exam, which means you still need acute care experience, food service management, etc. So we do one rotation that is a little bit different than most other programs, and that is we offer you a counseling rotation before you get into your acute care rotation. And that is because building rapport with patients, it takes a little bit of practice. And when you get into an acute care situation and there are things beeping and a lot of other members of the healthcare team and very sick patients surrounding you, it's a little bit overwhelming. And so we have at least prepared you with that counseling rotation so that you know how to walk in and build rapport with a patient. All you have to think about in the acute care rotation is, what is the specific information that I need about this patient and their disease state to give appropriate recommendations. So we do that counseling rotation in a pediatric GI clinic or a pediatric endocrinology clinic. We also have an adult endocrinology preceptor. And then I'm just going to skip around here on the slide. Then you will do your acute care rotation, and we use our local community hospitals or long-term care facilities here in the Cleveland area. You will also do a food service management rotation. We primarily use schools. That has a little bit more of a public health twist than working in a hospital kitchen. We have used long-term care facilities for those who are interested in gerontology. And then you'll also do a local community rotation. The Greater Cleveland Food Bank, CASE has a prevention research center. There's a local program called the McGregor PACE program that provides kind of wraparound services for older adults that we've had a really nice experience with a couple of times. So once our graduates or once our students finish our program, they are qualified to take the registration exam. We have a 98% first-time pass rate. They are employed. For those who choose to be employed, and I will tell you about those who have not chosen to be employed, but for those who choose to be employed, 100% are employed within 6 months. And we have a number of our graduates who are active members of professional organizations, just as Dr. Hand mentioned, that many of the faculty are active members of professional organizations. I've had a lot of our students go on to become professional volunteers at a number of different levels with our professional organizations. So for those who choose to be employed, you see on your screen some of the varied areas where they are working. Some choose to work in public health. Some decide that they actually like clinical better. Some decide that they like food service management better. That's fine. So we have students working all over the place. And then the very last bullet point here on the slide is, I mentioned that some have chosen not to become employed because they have gone on to PhD programs around the country. And currently, we have 4 who are in PhD programs and 2 who have recently finished. So the financial details, we have our graduate tuition right here on the screen for you. Comes out to about $69,000 for the whole program. We offer a tuition stipend of at least $15,000 to each student. And the reason that I say at least, it's because it's merit-based and the amount of money I have each year varies a little bit. And I know that I will be able to offer each student $15,000, but for students who are exceptionally qualified, I am able to offer a little bit more to help offset that tuition burden that you see on your screen. So the application process. This is where you do apply to Case Western Reserve University through DICAS by February 15th. And just like with the VA program for the students who are also interested in the master's degree at Case through that side of our department, do not bother wasting your time or money applying to our graduate school until you have determined that you are coming here, have received an acceptance through one of the internships, and then we will help you through the graduate school application. Just like the VA and every other program across the country, we follow the same acceptance schedule in March. You will hear no later than March 1st, and then you will need to let us know no later than March 15th. If you have additional questions, this is me with one of our classes of interns. I am more than happy to respond to emails of questions or phone calls, whatever you prefer. So as a reminder, here are your contacts. If you have questions about the academic side, the master's program that is associated with the Lewis Stokes Cleveland VA Medical Center, you can contact Dr. Hand, but you don't apply directly to the Case Western Reserve part of that program. You do apply to the Lewis Stokes VA Medical Center Dietetic Internship, and you contact Mrs. Owen with questions about that. Her program number is 366. If you have questions about our public health nutrition dietetic internship program at Case, you can contact me, and we are program number 272. So please visit with us if you would like to see us in person or talk to us live. I will be at the Dietetic Supervised Practice Fair at Fancy in Minneapolis in October. And Dr. Hand, I believe, is going to join me there. I can't remember if Mrs. Owen is joining me this year or not, but I can speak to anybody who's interested because I know enough about both programs to at least give you a decent answer. And then you can speak to all of us live at 2 question and answer sessions that you see on your screen, one Thursday, October 17th, one Monday, December 2nd. And I'm going to say this loudly because every year we have a couple students who mix up their time zones. We are in the Eastern time zone. And so if you log in, you want to log in at whatever time would be 7 p.m. Eastern time, not necessarily 7 p.m. in your time zone. And the Zoom information is right there. It's also on the same webpage where you found this recording. So we are very happy that you are interested in our internship programs. We look forward to receiving your applications and hearing from you with questions. And with that, thanks for your attention and have a wonderful afternoon or evening.